It began with a cry, sharp, desperate, muffled by snow. The sound of a cub trapped where no mother could reach. The great bear tore at the earth, her massive claws scraping furrows into the frozen ground. She bellowed, roared, begged the mountain itself to release her child. But the more she dug, the deeper the soil collapsed, sending powder and gravel down onto the whimpering voice below. The forest fell silent, listening. And in that silence, another set of ears pricked up. From the shadows, a lone figure padded closer, a wolf, scarred, hardened, one eye burning gold, the other gone forever. He knew that voice. Not the cub's, but hers, his rival, his enemy. The bear he had fought over blood and river and flesh. And yet, here she was, not charging, not threatening, just standing over the hole, chest heaving, eyes locked on him. Not as a foe, almost as if she were pleading. Their history was carved in wounds. Years ago, when the salmon ran thick and silver through the river, the bear claimed the bend. She stood chest deep in the current, swiping fish from the torrent, growling at anything that dared to come close. But wolves are no strangers to hunger. The alpha had led his pack to that same stretch, their bellies aching. He leapt for the spoils, and she met him with fury. The clash was brutal. The bear's paw tore through fur and flesh. The wolf's teeth sank deep into her shoulder. He left that fight with one eye less. She left it limping, blood dripping into the river. Neither forgot, neither forgave. Until now. The bear stood motionless, sides heaving, as the wolf crept closer. His hackles rose, expecting her to lunge, but she didn't. She only shifted slightly, revealing the hole where her cub whimpered in the dark. Her gaze met his, and for the first time, there was no rage in it, only desperation. The wolf paused, torn by instinct. He could walk away, he should walk away. A rival's loss would mean fewer claws to fight over the river, fewer mouths to contest the land. But in that moment, something old stirred. A memory of another river, another rival wolf swept under the current, when he'd lunged in, teeth gripping fur, dragging the drowning beast to shore. Survival wasn't always about killing. Sometimes it was about saving. The wolf stepped closer, testing the earth. The crevasse was narrow, jagged, treacherous, but small enough for his body to slip through. He lowered himself carefully, claws gripping stone, his single eye burning in the dim light. Below, the cub shivered, eyes wide, tiny paws scrabbling against rock too steep to climb. The wolf descended, slow, deliberate, until his paws touched the floor. The cub pressed against him, whimpering. With surprising gentleness, he crouched low, nudged the little one onto his back, and began the climb. Above, the mother bear waited, a statue of strained silence. When his muzzle broke the rim, her massive paw swept down, not to strike, but to anchor. With one heave, she drew them both up. The cub tumbled into her fur, squealing in relief. The wolf staggered back, breathing hard. And for a heartbeat, predator and enemy simply looked at each other. No growl, no snap of teeth. Just a glance that said what words never could. Weeks passed. Snow deepened. Hunger gnawed. The wolf and his pack brought down an elk, an enormous kill, enough to see them through the cruelest cold. They tore into the carcass, sides shaking from exhaustion. But hunger draws more than gratitude. From the shadows, a rival pack emerged, lean and ruthless. Dozens of eyes glinted. Their growls filled the clearing. The alpha's pack braced, but they were outnumbered. Too many, too strong. The elk would be lost, and with it, perhaps their lives. Then it came. A sound that froze the marrow of every wolf present. a roar so deep the earth itself seemed to tremble. The rival pack broke first, scattering like dry leaves. The alpha's wolves staggered back, jaws dripping with blood, as the great bear charged into the clearing. Her bulk crashed through snow and brush, her roar splitting the night. She reared, towering, making clear this was no carcass for thieves. The rival wolves vanished into the trees, unwilling to risk death beneath her claws. The alpha's chest heaved, his one eye tracking her. His pack held low, bristling, confused. The bear loomed over the elk. She could have taken it all. One swipe, and the wolves would scatter. One feast, and her cubs would eat for days. But she didn't. Instead, she stepped aside, deliberate, slow. She gave no growl, no warning. Just a single glance heavy with memory, of a cub pulled from the dark. And then she turned, her massive form fading into the shadows, leaving the elk to the wolves who had claimed it. The clearing grew still again. The pack circled their kill, unsure, glancing toward their leader. The alpha said nothing. He only stared after the shape of the bear, his mind heavy with the knowledge of debts and scars. They would meet again, no doubt. Maybe at the river. Maybe at the bend where salmon glistened. Maybe as enemies once more. But for now there was silence between them. Not the silence of hatred. Not even of truce. Something older, rarer. The silence of two predators who, for a fleeting moment, remembered that survival is not just claws and teeth, but the fragile mercy of unlikely allies.